Hey everyone, what's going on? I wanted to make a quick little video because I had people asking why I had almost quit before and why I am still playing. As you can see here, I've been playing for over 400 days. It's about 13 and a half months. And I started early December, that was 2023, so about a year, a little over a year ago that I started playing. And I started playing just because I, like most people, saw the ads, was messing around, seeing how far I could get in some of the gameplay. Really wasn't paying attention to anything I was doing for a while until about a month into the game, probably closer to 3 weeks, I decided to actually join an alliance. And I was very strong in comparison because it was an early server, it was a new game, nobody knew what they were doing. And I had bought a few packs and just happened to be pretty good. And so right there, I was hooked. I started playing more and more. Joined one of the top three alliances on my server, and just kept going. And there happened to be a lot of drama along the way, a lot of fighting on servers. Like a lot of new servers, you have a lot of fighting that happens with for control over power, the best figuring out who the best alliance is, and you're trying to figure out the game. So it comes with the territory of a new game, and everybody trying to figure out where they fit and who wants to have power, who doesn't care about having power, that sort of thing. And that cooled off pretty quickly for us. There were some grudges that hung around for a little bit, but for the most part, once Warzone duels started and people started getting into the versus alliance duel stuff, people started realizing more how much we needed each other and we needed the server to be strong. And so thankfully, our server developed that mentality of we're all stronger together. And that really helped for a long period of time, anyways, until seasons rolled around. And then things kind of went sideways for a bit, especially after season two. Season two was extremely rough for my previous server. A lot of people got really frustrated, and we had a lot of people leave after season two. We just there was a lot of information we weren't learning as far as server transfers, and the way things played out in season two just was not good for our server. We just had a really rough time. And a lot of the players that I like to play with left, and I wasn't sure if some of the guys that I also had enjoyed playing with in the server that had stuck around, if they were going to leave too, leave the game or leave the server. And there just seemed to be a lot of frustration around where we as a server and then all of our alliances, where we fell in season two. We just really took a huge step back from how well we had done in season one. We missed a lot of our alliances that we had with season one and other servers. So that was a big part of it. But after season two ended and we had a few players leave, but we still had a majority of the players stick around. We formed some better alliances, got really strong, and the next set of Warzone dual tournaments started. And when the first one started, we went in with a full head of steam, and we actually started to dominate the Warzone duels. We just had hundreds of players show up, and we surrounded the entire capital most of the fight. So there would be times when we'd be either defending or going to another war zone, and we would have bases filling almost half of the entire mud area here. And that was just really cool to see. It was a great turnout by the server, tons of players just wanting to get active and fight. And so it brought a bunch of energy back to our server. And we went on and we actually ended up winning. And that is how I got this right here. So we won the whole tournament. We got tens of thousands of honor medals. tons of decoration chests, and other rewards throughout the whole process. So not only are those rewards good for you, but they're just good for the entire server. And we thought, okay, here we are, we're getting back into it. Everybody's happy, we're having a great time. And then the server transfer stuff was announced. We went into the next Warzone Duel tournament, and it was just bad. I think a lot of people had planned to leave the server, and we just didn't have the turnout. And of course, it was during holidays too, so that didn't help. The tournament was between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so you had a lot of people leaving around Thanksgiving. You had a lot of people leaving around Christmas, traveling and all that. It just was not great for our server. We just had so many players that were involved, whether it was with family stuff or business Christmas events that had going on. So it just was really, really bad turnout for us. We lost every single round. Even the losing bracket, we lost every single round. It was pretty rough. But then things got sorted out. I ended up on another server here, 71, with FS4, Deerfly, King, and TGO, Clown Shoes, Mr. Clown Shoes himself. Just really great people. We always had a really close alliance with 71, and a lot of these players just coordinating, having fun with them. So it was fun to come over here, join them, along with some other players from another server. They brought over Hulk, which is in our alliance now, and then several players there too. So I'm really glad I stuck that out. We, winning the Warzone Duel tournament really brought that excitement back. I know we had a little bit of a rough patch. We didn't do as well in the second tournament because we did so well in the first one. We got placed into a really tough tournament and just didn't fare well in that. We didn't have any mega whales on my previous server. So that was our biggest downfall. We just couldn't hang with stacked servers. But getting through all that, getting here now, getting into season 3, being in this grouping is just really exciting. This right here with us in 71 and then 86 is going to be a huge battle. And that's what I'm excited for, to see that stuff play out, be part of that at a higher level, higher competition. And not only that, but then also Warzone duels in the future, tournament duels, seeing how we place in those now that we have a lot of players that want to fight. And that's the key thing too. A lot of people think, okay, you just need to have whales, but you need to have whales and you need to have a lot of other players. You're talking hundreds of players on your server that want to drop their shields, jump into the fight, and compete. And that is what makes the game fun. Having players that don't mind emptying their entire drill ground. You load it up, you have 44,000 here. Maybe you got another, 2,000 sitting in your emergency center. And then you have some troops in your hospital and you drop all those in war day, blowing, 5 or 50,000 troops just for a chance to try to win a Warzone duel. It's pretty fun. And now that I am also posting videos and streaming, feel free to check out the streams. It's brought a new energy back to it. It's a lot of fun engaging with everybody, seeing what everybody thinks. And, I know there's a lot of frustration out there, but then there's also just a lot of excitement. And you're always going to have both sides. You're going to have frustration at times. You're going to have excitement at times. And that's just the nature of these games. You're going to have people that get frustrated with the pay to win aspect of it. But then there's ways to, partner up with those that are doing really well and just participating, doing everything you can to give back to the alliance that you're in, give back to the server that you're in. And they'll be more than glad to have you, even if you are free to play. Just being there, being a body, it does make a big difference, and people don't realize that at times. So everybody counts, everybody matters. The more players we have in a game, whether you spend or not, the better, the longer the game's going to be. So with that being said, I hope if you are playing or thinking about playing, you do play, you stick around. don't get caught up with all the drama that's going on. Maybe in a server, just have fun, play around, don't get angry as much as you can. I know sometimes you can, and just have fun with it, enjoy it, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in a fight or something. Say hi to me, send me a message. It's always fun crossing paths with people. And that's pretty much it. I know this wasn't very informative, but I hope you guys did enjoy this and maybe brought some new energy or made you think about playing the game or staying in the game. And yeah, so have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.